Welcome, Cancers. This is your April 2025 reading, and you notice that I am separating these out now because it was too much trying to do it all together. But I do also have a collective reading for April 2025, so I'll link that below. Definitely make sure you check that out. And then you can also go to the playlist for all the other signs, and you can watch your moon, rising, Venus signs as well. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and get started with our Cancer. And we are going to get some themes here for the month of April. And I'm actually going to just pick these so I can get a planet, a house, and a sign. Okay, so we need signs. Okay, there we go. So let's see what the major theme is for Cancer for the month of April. Okay, so we have Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter in the 7th house. Okay, and Taurus. All right, awesome. So I feel like you're being guided here to work on your communications in your commitment, in your partnership, or with those that are very close to you. And this is about coming in and being diplomatic, being open, being receiving of the information that you receive, because I feel like there is a little bit of back and forth here that's happening, and one or both of you may not be as open here. And this doesn't necessarily have to be specific to marriage or a relationship. This could also be environment or your relationship with your siblings, with your parents, with your children, or with your friends. Okay, so any of the relationships, however this resonates with you, you are being called to be a little more diplomatic in your approach, to be a little more let's say constructive in your communications, and to really work on this as a view your partnership with this other party as a collaborative effort and teamwork. And I'm calling it partnership, but they're saying like, no, clarify that it is a partnership with this individual. So you need to view it as such, and view it as one where there is trust and there is balance there. So how can you be more trusting? How can you be more open? And how can you be more balanced in your partnership? Okay. And so this may even call for you to communicate to the other party about how to be more constructive in communication, how to be more emotionally intelligent. And I want to be careful to say, like, don't like do it in like a preachy manner, because that may not be received as well. But if there is some way that you can communicate in a constructive way, like, hey, you know, like, yeah, we typically do tend to crash out a little bit when we get into these discussions, so how about we just, like, you know, set the stage, set the scene, go sit on a park bench, go, you know, sit near the water, go sit out back in just a relaxed environment, and just have healthy discussion. And we can have disagreements and all of that, but just as long as it's healthy and it's coming from an unconditionally loving place, and we're able to both share what we have going on and what we need, and we can collaborate here. So this is about collaboration in your partnership. Okay, this is also calling for you to be positive that this can work, and that you can build the relationship, and that it can get stronger. Because if you don't believe that and you don't see that, then of course it's not going to happen, because you're essentially saying that's not what you want. So what do you want? And then let's work toward that. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely a lot of opportunity for growth as well in your partnerships, and you getting to another level, a higher frequency, like a better understanding of each other, and the ability to come closer to whoever this is. Okay, or it could be more than one person even. Okay. So let's see what else we have here for our Cancers. What else? Okay, we'll take the Two of Pentacles. Okay. All right, so what else? Give me 2 more cards, please. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay. So know, you may be deciding between, you may have some decisions to make here. Okay, so this could be related to your finances and the direction that you want to take with your finances. And so that could also be the source of some of this contention and contrast and challenge here that you're going through. But I am hearing that it is really about you communicating in a compassionate way and understanding like where your partner or where the other parties are coming from, and just allowing yourself to be a little more balanced in the way you think about things. Like maybe even take yourself out of it and view it from an objective standpoint. Okay, so that might be helpful to you. I feel like there's also this understanding of like, you may be thinking that like going down one direction is like not gonna create any more challenges. Like, okay, well, if we have this money and we don't spend it, then we're not ever going to have like any issues here with needing money. And so that's not necessarily the case if you understand how money works and the frequency of money. So it's about like, yes, it's good to budget. It's good to have your money set aside and have your savings. But then it's also good to create some balance there to enjoy yourself and to invest in things that you feel passionate about as well. To allow that money to keep flowing freely, because it is an energy and it will be coming back to you. Okay, so just as an example of what I'm trying to say here. We also have the Eight of Swords. Okay, all right, so also, okay, Cancer, look, I say this with love, okay? So sometimes the victim mentality can come through and things get a little too emotional. So you are being guided to just realize and recognize like when you are putting up those barriers and you are allowing the emotions to get out of control, and just allow yourself to recognize and realize that and to change course when it happens. Okay, because I feel like in some cases you might feel like everyone's coming down on you, or like it's just like, okay, I thought we was talking about this one thing, but then here you're bringing up like 6 other things, so this is too much for me. It's overwhelming, you know. Yeah, so I feel like you can maybe get into that energy sometimes, and this is really about like, okay, that's understood if it's too much for you, but also recognizing and realizing that the other party may have some valid concerns that they do want to address, and like maybe it's not appropriate to address all 7 at one time and to just pile on at one time, but you know, make time to address those other issues. Okay, so that both of you again feel like this is a reciprocal relationship and partnership. Okay, we also have the Queen of Wands here. Okay, so you are being guided towards your passions, and I feel like you being in a place, and I'm hearing like specifically with your budget and trying to get that in better shape, and some of you are already there, others of you are still working on it, but this is allowing you to get back to the things that you feel very passionate about. Okay, so getting that in order is going to allow you to have that time, excuse me, have that time to focus on your dreams. And then we have your dreams, your hopes, and having faith in that, right? So creating that balance again is going to allow you to keep dreaming and to not get like caught in like, oh, you know, maybe we don't have the money here, or, you know, there's nothing I can do. Like, yeah, this is about you finding balance. So, okay, if you don't have the money to make that investment right now, what can you do? Maybe you can research. Maybe you can find a cheaper alternative. Maybe you can create a different product. Okay? So, yeah, there's lots of options, lots of opportunities if you just dream and you trust and know that you will receive anything that you desire, because you already have it. It's just a matter of raising your frequency to connect with it. Okay? So let's get some oracles. All right, so we have accept what is dying. This is emotional work here, and we were talking all about emotions here. So you may need to come to some understanding here, some clarity may be coming through to you, and it's about you accepting that and acknowledging that. So there may be some things that you can let go of that are no longer serving you. And this may even be people as well. But this is about you recognizing that, acknowledging that, and taking that inspired action toward it. What else? Okay, we have truth. Yeah. This is calling on you to be completely truthful and honest with yourself. And in turn, that needs to be then put out into the universe to those that you're connecting with and partnering with. Okay, but it starts from within. So how can you be more truthful and honest with you? We also have connect with Earth for more stability. Okay, I love that. So I feel like you can also connect with water as well as a Cancer, but there may be some opportunity here to ground yourself. So I'm hearing the sacral chakra, the Earth Star chakra. There's opportunity to balance those out and reconnect. Also with Mother Gaia. So get out into nature. Go walk barefoot in your backyard. Go to a park. Go enjoy yourself. I also feel like there is some spiritual significance with the butterflies here. So I know they typically tend to mean transformation and change. But you may want to look them up if you feel called to do that, to see if there's any additional messages there for you. Okay, but yeah, we do have that transformation and change coming through here as well, because you're being guided to understand and allow that tower moment to happen and allow the things that aren't serving you to go away, so that things that do serve you can come to you. Abundance, blessings, happiness, joy, contentment. So all of that can start to come through to you. So we have vitality with the sun. All right. So again, this is about you connecting with nature and the earth, the sun, in whatever way feels best with you. So I see like some of you even like just going out and just looking at the sun. Wear your sunscreen, of course, but just, you know, looking at the sun, allowing the sun's rays to just touch you, to bask in the glory of the sun and its energy and the beauty that it's bringing. In moderation, of course, right? Because we don't... Yeah. Okay. So we have change with... What is that? I don't know how to pronounce it. Treskili? But it's changed. So more transformation and change. I love that, because I was speaking to the Tower and we didn't see that card come out here yet, but we have our change here. So we know that there's transformation and change coming already. Okay, let's see what else. Where else do we want to go? Let's go here. Okay, so we have... These cards are like incredibly difficult to read, especially because I don't have my glasses. So so we have approach all differences with a lens of intrigue and a mind open wide to the infinite possibilities. Okay, wonderful message, because I'm seeing like the world is your oyster. Because I know that's like a common saying, corny saying, but it's really true. This is like everything is open and available to you. It's just a matter of you knowing that and trusting that and connecting with the energy and frequency that allows you to experience and achieve and receive all that you desire. And what else? So we have reflect on your priorities. I love this, because this is like what's important to you. What do you want to focus on? What is your truth? Okay. So we definitely have more water energy coming up here. And I feel like you're being guided to connect with that in some way. Okay. What else for our Cancer? What else? Thank you. Okay, we'll take these. Thank you. Okay. All right, so we have the Page of Cups. Yes. What are your dreams? What are your desires? So this is you with those dreams sort of like floating around up there, but it's time to start allowing them to come to fruition, allowing them to come to tangible form. Okay, so don't give up on those dreams. And some of you are even at the place where you need to create new dreams. The old is no longer valuable to you. It has no purpose with you anymore. So as part of this change and transformation process, you have the power to identify anything new that you want and desire. Okay, so I feel like, just for instance, if some of you wanted to save, let's just say $1,000, right? So you work, you're finally able to do that, and then now you just kind of got off track and you're doing things and you're focusing on other things. But this is okay, now that you've achieved that, now that you've accomplished that, dream bigger. Now maybe you want to save $100,000. You know what I mean? So there's no limit to what you can receive. So this is about dreaming big. 3 of Wands. Okay, yes, and also allowing the universe to bring it to you in divine timing, right? Okay, so I hear some of you oh, well, I'll never really have this amount of money, so I'm just not even going to dream for it. I just want to be comfortable. No, what do you desire? What do you ultimately want? And now the universe will bring it to you in divine timing. So there are steps. It's going to bring you opportunities. It's going to bring you abundance. It's going to bring you blessings. And this is about you recognizing that they are stepping stones towards your success and toward all that you truly desire. So let that process happen and allow yourself to open up to what is coming to you. Because if it's bringing you opportunities and it's bringing you these small changes, and you're not open to them, you're not accepting of them, then it will never get to you, right? So we have the Knight of Wands here as well. Okay. Yeah, so are there things that you feel passionate about that you really haven't been able to focus on and work toward? Because I feel like for you, for some of these are things you are passionate about and want to achieve and accomplish. For others of you, it's about just elevating your spirituality and receiving more abundance. But for those of you who actually have particular products or services or business lines or jobs, career, industry, education, training that you're specifically focused on. So yeah, whatever these goals are that you feel very passionate about, it is time to take charge and to go for them. Okay, and know and recognize that, yeah, it is a process. Everything's not going to be tied up in a little bow and be perfect, because you designed yourself to have experiences and to learn lessons and to grow as a result of them. So the universe is giving you all that you desire. Then we have the Page of Swords as well. Okay, so I feel like integrity, honesty, and truth is what's being called out here, and you being truthful for where you are and what you want and desire is going to be important, because it's like I said earlier with the example of you're I know I'll never get $1 million, so I'm not even going to ask for that. No, the universe is you can achieve and receive anything you desire and more. Excuse me. So be truthful and honest about what you really do want. If you want $1 million, say that. Put that on the universe, you know what I mean? And I'm not even saying that's just an example, because the amount is not the thing. It's about you being on that vibration of prosperity, of, happiness, joy, fulfillment, blessings, you being on that vibration and then receiving. So that's really more what it's about. So don't get caught up in the amount and the number. Okay. But again, this is about being true and truthful about who you are and what you want and desire. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have inner voice. Okay, so working on that intuition, working on those self-care practices to allow you to receive those connections and those downloads more frequently and faster. Okay, so self-care practices, I'm always promoting meditation. There's also mindfulness, just sitting and being in the present moment and allowing the visions to come through, allowing the messages to download. And, excuse me, That can happen in whatever way you choose, because some people, see things in different ways. They receive synchronicities and messages in different ways. So even just being mindful and paying attention to the synchronicities, like when you're in that moment, you're in the mindfulness state. When you come out of it, glance at the clock, see what time it is, and go look up that number, because I bet you there's information there for you. So that's the way of receiving messages, right? So it's not about just receiving it in one way and doing it in one way to get information. There are no coincidences, so you can trust and know in that. So when you think it's a sign, it's a sign. Listen to your intuition, okay? And that'll help you as well. What else do we have? We have emotional work with resolve and release emotional pain. Okay. Yes. So I feel like this is something you've been working on. This is not anything new. And you're being guided to make that a priority this month. Okay. So there may be still things, and we keep talking about like this tower moment coming through and tower moment happening. So we know we do have change coming through and coming to us. So it's really just that confirmation of what can you release and let go of, so that you can be a happier, healthier you. Okay. All right, so we have perception here. So it could also be about you just perceiving things differently. Okay. So that could mean like taking yourself out of the moments that make you emotional, the things that happen that create that emotion, like separating yourself from that and viewing it as an observation. And that'll help you to be a little more objective, a little less emotional, and maybe you'll be able to see different perspectives and different sides, and you can figure out the right way for you to respond. Okay, so what else do we have for Cancer? So we have the Hermit here, and Justice. Okay. All right. So I feel like there is divine guidance and support here. So it's calling for me to connect with this inner voice card here. So you're definitely being guided to listen to your intuition more. And we already spoke about the self-care practices, but you're definitely being guided to do that, because there are messages for you from your higher self, from your guides, that you are, some of you are just literally ignoring, because you hear them, you know they're there, and you're ignoring them and doing something different. Others of you may not feel as though it's a strong connection, so you may be receiving and seeing like some synchronicities, but you're not really sure. But this is about yes. Again, there's no coincidences, so when you see it, like it's a message for you. And there's so many that, you can't catch everyone. But when you feel guided to and you recognize it, definitely check into it, because it's all like illuminating the path forward for you from a divinely guided standpoint. And so it's time for you to recognize that and to continue on that journey. Some of you already recognize that, you know that, and you're continuing to walk down the path. And others of you are like coming into that and seeing that now. All right. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely also throughout these challenges, things will be balanced. Things will be fair. You can trust in that divine intervention, divine coming through and ensuring that things are happening for your highest good. So even if it doesn't work out in the exact way that you wanted to or that you desire, trust and know that everything is happening for your highest good, and you are to take the lessons from it and move on. Okay? So whatever way that works for you, however that fits into your life, that's what you're being guided to do. Okay? So there may also be like some sort of decision here that's going to have a major impact on you and how you basically like what you do for a long period here, like how you adjust your life and what you do, like whether it's moving or whether it's job related. Yeah, there's definitely a decision coming through here. Okay, so again, that is for your highest good. Okay, so we have King of Pentacles here. What else? Okay, Four of Cups. Okay, so you're definitely being guided to just be appreciative and practice gratitude and appreciation at this time. So that is going to be the most beneficial things to you to help you through this process, because you already have everything that you need. You already know everything. You already know it. You already have it. But this is about recognizing that and appreciating what you have in tangible form. Okay? So appreciate what you do have currently and use what you have to get what you want. Because there's a way that you can organize, restructure, reconfigure what it is that you have and know and you've experienced to create something really, really great and awesome. Okay, so step out of that energy of this not being exactly what you want. So, you know, you're like, no, this is about you appreciating and caring about what you have and using it and leveraging it to get what you desire. Okay. So we also have the King of Pentacles here. So yeah, you definitely have the opportunity to up your financials this month as well. So there may be opportunities coming through to you. So it may be a new job, a new partnership, a new opportunity to collaborate with someone. There may also be just some support coming to you in some way, financially speaking. So yeah, there's definitely opportunity here to grow those financials. Okay. All right, so give me like one or two more cards, please. Okay. So we have our Six of Swords here. Okay. Yeah, so you're definitely being guided. So I don't know what this is, but there's something that like you're holding on to, and I feel like it's more from an emotional standpoint, like emotions that you're holding on to, that you're definitely sort of being guided to let go of. And some of you are doing this, so you are moving in that direction of like, yeah, I just want fulfillment, I want better. And this doesn't mean you have to like leave people or anything like that. I'm just saying that, like, you know, you're like, even if it's turning over a new leaf and saying like, look, I'm not going to be in that energy anymore. I'm moving toward what is fulfilling to me. I'm taking what I've learned and I'm going to now, again, leverage that in a different way to be content, to feel fulfilled, to be happy, and to achieve the goals that I have. So give me one more. Give me one more card, please. Take one. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles here. So there is this evolution of you going from like a page to a king, right? So you're here, needing to do a little bit of adjustments, and then you're moving toward things, processes, procedures, actions that are leading to you being more fulfilled and being more financially secure and having a better financial foundation. And you're even going to get to that point where you are able to support and help others. Okay? So right now there may even be like some training or education that you need to do or receive for you to get to this point. But keep going. If that is what you desire and you feel good about it, you're open to it, you feel passionate about it, keep going. So for some of you, this may not be like something you feel passionate about. So you're going to have to decide, because typically if you don't feel passionate about it, you're not really into it that much, then is it going to work? Is it for you? It's going to be more difficult to stick with it. But when you are feeling passionate about something that comes up, go for it. That's what we're talking about here. The thing that you feel passionate about. Okay, anything else here? Anything else? Okay. All right, So we have 5th chakra, the throat chakra. Okay, so you may want to work on ensuring that that is balanced this month. Okay, so do some meditations or do any practices that you have that help you to balance the chakras. So we have make yourself a money magnet. So we do have some financial communication coming through here. So you may even want to consider affirmations as well as it relates to money, and also understanding how money works and understanding money as an energy. Okay, so you can look up some videos on YouTube as it relates to money, and that may help you there as well. What else? Let's get one more. Oh, so we have the 1st chakra, the root chakra. I believe we did speak about you connecting with nature more. I believe we did. So here is your confirmation there. So you may also want to ensure that your 1st chakra, your root chakra, is balanced as well. So find a meditation on that, or again, whatever self-care practice you use to balance that out. You're being guided to it. And we have listen. Okay. I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory as well, because that's what we talked about very early on in this reading. You opening yourself up to listen in a constructive way, and that is going to allow you and help you to work through challenges with partners. What else do we have? We have listen. We have another listen. This says listen as well. So that is a very strong, very clear message. And I'm feeling like some of you aren't even listening to me right now, but that is a very clear message of what you're being guided to do. So I feel like if you do not, there may be things, opportunities that you miss out on, or just really important things that your partner is going to say to you, that they're going to get the perception that you don't care and you're not listening if you don't make an effort to actively listen. Okay? We also have don't let your past hold you back, South Node. Yeah, so this is about taking the things from the past, taking those lessons here, understanding like what is important, what do I want to bring with me, what are the experiences, what are the opportunities from the lessons that I learned that are going to be helpful to me achieving my goals and moving forward from the future. Right? So you're using the things that you've learned to get what you want. And we talked about that. Okay. All right. I love that. So Cancers, those are the messages I have for you. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment to let me know how this resonates. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and we'll talk soon.